Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 585. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. As always, we're joined by a man who is also an exclusive on the Epic Store, Wombat.
I am just epic, and people like to store me and things. Maybe?
Oh. Did I use this one already? Last time there was an Epic Store exclusive?
I think you did. I tried to come up with something to add to it, and I failed miserably.
Thank you. So we both failed.
But Shipwreck's here, so that counts for something.
I haven't screwed up yet.
You got plenty of time.
Yes, we'll just bring up the word mayhem another 8 dozen times.
My favorite pork product.
Mayhem.
Yep. Comes out next month.
It's because it's on sale after Easter. Right. That's when you have to go and buy your mayhem.
What are you talking about?
So last week we did a show. You may recall you were on it. And Shipwreck talked about something that involved the word mayhem. I don't even remember
Borderlands.
What it was.
Okay.
But Borderlands.
Right.
And he kept pronouncing it as mayhem.
Got it.
As opposed to mayhem. And people commented on it a lot.
Guess what? I am from Ohio. So
I am doing some good-natured ribbing to my good friend Shipwreck about his mispronunciation.
Fantastic.
Very immature.
Mm-hmm. I never said I was mature. But I am waiting for after Easter to get my ham on sale. Those cheap mayhems.
Don't give Pitchford any ideas. Product ideas. I mean, is the game, it's just called Borderlands 3. It's not.
Yeah, it's just called Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
No.
There's no.
No. There's no colon.
I'm bet there's plenty of colons.
They didn't fuck it up.
Yeah.
So what's going on in everyone's life?
Borderlands 3 has a release date.
Yes, September 13th.
I pre-ordered it today.
Why?
I did not.
Why?
So I was ready. If the link was there. I have my GCU. I punched the ticket.
When is that leaving?
GCU is not until December of this year.
Oh my God.
Sometime in December.
How did you work that again?
I bought it.
You bought it at the right time.
Right. See, I got in on it a year before everybody else did, so I was on a different cycle. You guys were on the year later cycle after I convinced you guys to.
Right.
Well, you know, what they say is if people are in close proximity with each other, eventually they'll be on the same cycle.
Right. But I'm a couple states away. Right. So
we're on the same cycle, Wombat. But.
Yes, exactly. I think our listeners know that.
So, yeah, no, I pre-ordered my, I don't know, $100 edition.
You didn't go $250, huh? You don't want the doodads and the knickknacks?
I don't need all that crap. I've got enough of that crap around here.
But it's got knickknacks and doodads.
That's too much.
It's $150 worth of that stuff.
Of knickknacks and doodads.
No good.
I just wanted to buy like the $100 version for $80 that had all the DLC because I know that I'll do something with that.
I'm sure you will.
And you're happy to get your discount.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe this will prevent you from an onslaught of Borderlands 3 ads on various social media channels.
I doubt it.
I saw so many on Instagram today.
You know where I saw them today? A little site called cheapasgamer.com.
Really?
Yeah, huh?
Wow. It sounds like I'm going to get paid.
Pizzade.
Or
cash
not.
money. Bing, 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 bing.
Not. Yeah, that's pretty. I guess that's pretty quick. I guess the game. Yeah, it's only a few months away.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about games pretty early.
I know. We're really just trying to prevent you from talking about exercising because no one cares. Literally, not one person in the universe cares about your updates on how you're doing on a rowing machine.
No. Okay, I have a good ping.
No one cares.
I know. Well, so what? Who said I was going to talk about it?
It's on the outline.
Put it on the goddamn outline.
Doesn't mean I'm going to talk about it. I put a lot of things on the outline that I don't talk about.
Okay.
Is that true?
Is that why you put penis size on there every week?
Not every week. I have to leave room for rowing. Switch off.
What do you got?
I swear I have a good ping pong story.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like the Prince.
No, this better be
Jimmy
the best
Fallon
This better be the best goddamn ping pong story that ever gnipped a gnop.
It's not. It's not that. Anyway, so I was at my weekly lesson at Spin in New York, and I noticed that Judah Friedlander walked in the club, and he knows my coach. I mean, it's a small community, the ping pong community, the people who play seriously. Everybody knows each other more or less. So he came over and they hugged or whatever, and he was meeting a friend there, I guess, and they went and they played. So I was doing my lesson with JP, and I was like, hey, you think I could play against Judah? You think? And he called him. Eventually, he called him over, and we played. And I looked him up. It was funny, Wombat. When I was on my way into the city, remember I sent you his ranking page just like randomly.
Did. You were talking about him prior to this event. So psychic.
It was very weird.
Psychic energy going on.
The weird thing was that I found this app called Pong Mobile. Not an app, it's a website where you can just easily look up everybody's ping pong rankings. So I've been just looking that up. Anyway, he's much higher. I had just randomly looked it up. Or maybe I saw on social media that he had played recently or something. Anyway, I sent it to Wombat and Shipwreck, and his ranking is like twice as good as mine. Anyway, so I got to play against him. I got to play a match against him. He kicked my ass very handily. He plays a chopping style, like defensive style, which I'm not used to. And he's also good, which I'm not used to. So after we played, I was talking to him, and we were talking about paddles and stuff. And I said to him, I was like, we really need you to make a table tennis podcast, because there's nobody really who can be an ambassador for table tennis, who could get people excited about it in this country. And maybe you could make like a podcast or something, and that could get people interested. And he had a response to me, but I don't think I can tell you what the response. It's not like bad. He was very nice and everything.
It wasn't yes.
It wasn't. I guess somebody had contacted him about something about that, and maybe he's doing it. Okay. I don't have any details, but anyway, he was looking at my paddle, and he was looking at the rubber on my paddle. And remember, I posted a picture of it on Twitter of my new paddle.
Yes.
He was like, oh, these Chinese rubbers, like I had bought these before, and like the quality's not quite there. He's like, I just feel like it's just not that good of a quality somehow. It's like, oh, really? I thought it was all kind of the same. And, we thanked each other for the match, and he left and went to go sit on the couch somewhere. So I was finishing up my lesson, I'm playing a match with my coach, and I go for a shot, and my paddle hits the table, and sure enough, I rip my brand new rubber. The very same rubber that...
now you're going to have another kid.
It's this... Right, this is the type of rubber you want to be breaking if you're breaking a rubber. So literally, this is 5 minutes after Judah said to me, these are cheap rubbers, and this is what's going to happen. So he was sitting on the couch, and I walked over. Right, immediately, I walked over to him, and I was like, you had to say something, right? You totally jinxed me. Look at this thing. And he was laughing, and he recommended a less shitty rubber to buy.
Trojan?
Yeah. Anyway, that was my fun ping pong story.
We're all better people now.
Yeah. He's really good, even though, I didn't know. I don't think I was expecting the chopping style, the defensive style. I should have asked my coach for a heads up on that. But he's also much better than me regardless. I'm playing my first tournament in like 2 years on Sunday, and I'm excited.
Is it going to be televised?
Only if somebody videotapes it. Only if somebody goes to Flushing and videotapes it.
Wombat.
Actually, you know what? Ty will probably videotape it.
Okay.
I'm not going to Flushing.
Right. Yeah. Because mine is before his, so he'll be doing nothing. But I don't know. I don't need that kind of pressure. You know what I'm saying? All right. How about some show feedback?
Sure. So Isidus has to say, I've been listening to the CAGcast for over a decade now, long enough to ditch my original username for something less embarrassing. It's the highlight of my Thursday nights at work. But holy effing crap, I'm going to ditch this podcast like a radioactive Wii U if Wombat doesn't stop saying SEO. Radioactive Wii U sounds like something that if you could get that domain name would be good SEO.
Right. Yeah, that was a weird perfect storm of Wombat just saying that over and over again. Hence me naming the episode that.
Yeah, well, it was funny. I mean, that was the point.
I agree. It was funny.
It was funny. Comedy's repetition. Wonky Toad has to say, I watched The Dirt, the Motley Crue thing on Netflix Wombat was talking about, and it wasn't half bad. And on a side note, I'm listening to Motley Crue as I'm typing this. So I haven't watched that movie, but I know one of us has.
I did.
Yes, I know. It was
me.
Yes.
I'm that guy.
It was you. So thank you. Tell us about it, stud.
I mean, if you adverse to watching needles go into skin,
I am.
You're going to be looking away.
There's no way Shipwreck would be able to watch.
Yeah, I'm good.
Movie.
Well, you just look away.
Watch it. If I'm going to look away while I'm watching something, I just tend to not look at it in the first place.
Oh,
he would faint.
I don't know that I'd faint. It's hit or miss with that.
Faint.
I have to look away through most of the entertainment that I consume, I find. At least at one point in the show. Is that weird? Stuff has gotten so violent. And they can get away with it.
That's why I only watch Legends of Tomorrow. Although that was pretty violent too. So
But for example, so The Dirt is on Netflix. And I guess on Netflix
anything goes.
It's right, whatever. You want to show like a horse taking a shit on somebody? Sure. I mean, that's not in this movie. Maybe in the
No, but that was your suggestion after you watched that.
No, but in the first
horse shits on guy.
First there's female ejaculation in the first 2 minutes of the movie before the title comes on.
Was it magical?
And it's
magic
it's just
okay.
No. I mean, you see liquid shooting out of a
that sounds like magic. That's magic.
During a sexual during sex at a party. It was pretty funty. Anyway, so the movie, it's not fine art or anything, and doesn't make any big.
You don't say.
Doesn't make any grandiose statements on celebrity or anything like that. But as a movie about a popular rock band, I've actually found it pretty entertaining. I didn't know Machine Gun Kelly played Tommy Lee.
I don't know who that is, but that sounds very exciting for someone who knows who that is.
He's a white rapper.
Again, I don't know who that is.
Right.
Was there anything about
very exciting
Crew
for people
Ball?
who know that.
Anywhere in this movie?
No.
Okay, I'm out.
No. But I liked it. I'd recommend it. I also watched the first episode of the new Twilight Zone.
I want to watch that. I know it's free to watch. I just haven't had the opportunity yet.
Yeah, we watched that on YouTube. Just the first episode is free because this is a CBS. What do they call it?
CBS Access.
CBS All Access, I believe.
Yes.
I don't have that. I have no access.
I almost had it because my father wanted to watch Star Trek in his house.
Wow.
And he logged into my Amazon account thinking he could watch it. And he wound up almost charging me $10 a month.
To add it on?
Well, no, he started the free trial.
Oh, got it.
So I was like, hey, did you activate CBS All Access? He goes, yeah, isn't it part of your thing? I'm like, no. So we had to just cancel it. It wasn't a big deal.
Did he get to watch a lot of Star Trek between?
I think he did. I think he watched pretty much all that was there during that time frame. But yeah, so everybody wins, I guess.
So the first episode of Twilight Zone stars Kumail.
Yes, Kumail Nanjiani, our friend of the show,
and it was we really liked it. It's and he plays a comedian. Good. He plays a stand-up comedian in it. And I don't want to give anything away.
What's the tone of this Twilight Zone? Is it similar in nature? Okay. Yeah. To the original Twilight Zone?
Absolutely. I think Jordan Peele's done a good job of, at least it's only the first episode, but I've watched a lot of Twilight episodes, original and other incarnations, and I've even seen the movie.
I just imagine 2019 Twilight Zone just being like a total gore fest.
No.
With the way that all of the TV is right now.
Nope. No gore. I'd have to look away. Did not have to look away. No needles, no gore. Did not look away. But it was creepy. It was definitely creepy. Yeah, definitely check it out on YouTube. I thought it was going to be available on Amazon Prime, but it was not. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've watched.
I watched Mary Poppins Returns.
I saw that movie.
That's a pretty good movie. It's very
cute.
It's an enjoyable romp.
There is
about
nothing.
mortgages.
Yeah, that's yes.
Are we going to learn a lot about mortgages?
That's if you watch Mary Poppins Returns, you will learn about mortgages. That is a fact.
I wish I watched that movie a few years ago. Wish it was
tell me
available
about
to me.
it. There's also a really good episode of Teen Titans Go that teaches you about mortgages and how they work.
Right.
I'm not making that up.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
It's a weird conceit to a movie, because they go more in depth with it than what kids need. I had to pause the movie and explain what was going on and what these financial terms meant to my kids. To Emmeline, Dasha was just happy to watch it whenever there was a dog on screen. He told me there was a dog on screen, but
right. That's good.
I think someone wants a dog.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely does. But he also wants one that talks like it's on Paw Patrol.
We should get one of those.
I know. Speaking of which, do you have a dog yet?
No, I think June. June is the timeline.
All right.
Fuck.
It's gonna miss out on those hams.
No my hands for you, dog.
Ty's bothering me for a cat again. As recent as today, he told me he was there's some big tests today, state tests today.
Yes,
and a couple of times this week, and he's like, I got really distracted taking the test because I was thinking about my grades and that if my grades were going to be good enough to get a cat. And it's like, dude, this test doesn't even count towards your grades. Why are you thinking about it at all? It's like, I don't know. I just really want a cat. So
You just don't want me in your house anymore.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I'll tell him that. Any cat? What if there's no kind of cat that you can stand?
There's no kind of cat that I could stand.
Does that make the place out of bounds too? What if the cat was waiting outside?
Well, first of all, you don't want to keep a cat outside.
What I'm just saying, let's say this cat likes to go outside.
I mean, it really would depend. I could probably, if the cat wasn't in proximity, I'd probably be okay for maybe an hour, and then then it would just start, and I'd just have to leave.
Interesting.
Don't get a cat though if you're planning on it just being an outdoor cat where you live, GB.
Yeah, outdoor cats are bad.
I'm just making conversation. I'm not. I'm trying to avoid all types of
There's
cats.
the general rule of thumb: if Shipwreck and I agree on something, then that's the right answer, and we
On
both
what?
agree outdoor cats are bad.
I don't even know what. Yeah, Can't you do an indoor outdoor cat?
No, you could do that.
Indoor
but
outdoor living.
You can, but where your house is located at.
They're gonna get the mice. Kill the mice for me.
Well, yeah. It'll do that, but there's also some traffic on that street near you as well.
And larger animals.
Oh yeah, I saw a hawk today, pretty close to my house.
Yeah. Hawks
tree.
eat cats.
Do they?
I don't know. They do now.
this one wasn't that big. I guess it depends how slow the cat is.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause those hawks are pretty good.
What's this Joker thing? There's a new Joker movie? What is this?
Oh, you haven't watched the trailer?
You didn't watch the trailer?
No.
Oh, you disappoint us all.
What? Tell me why I should watch a trailer for a new Joker movie.
Okay, so have you ever seen the movie Taxi Driver?
Yes.
Okay, have you ever seen the movie The King of Comedy?
Not sure.
It's also a Scorsese movie where Robert De Niro ties up Jerry Lewis because he wants to be Jerry Lewis, who's a famous talk show host.
No, I have not seen that.
Okay. Well, it's basically those two movies. Both are Martin Scorsese movies. But instead of Robert De Niro walking around and being crazy, it's Joaquin Phoenix walking around being kind of creepy and a little crazy. And Robert De Niro's in the trailer too.
He was?
Yes.
He's in the movie. He's in the movie a significant amount, or just the?
I don't know. All I know is that Robert De Niro is in the movie, and in that clip that they show in the trailer is basically it's almost lifted from The King of Comedy, which is why people are making that comparison, because they basically put that in the trailer for you to go, oh, I get what they're doing now.
It looked boring.
I mean, it looks like, again, it's Batman adjacent isn't Batman. That's all I have to say. Batman adjacent isn't Batman.
Not too low of a BMQ for you.
Yeah, definitely too low BMQ. It's been brought up on this show before.
It's usually
enough
referenced
Batman.
in the other direction.
Yeah, too high BMQ. Yeah. This is low, very low BMQ.
Oh, it's just going to be like a flash at the end.
If that. If that. I mean, I'm thinking maybe, what if this isn't the Joker? Like, what if it's like a proto-Joker that inspires the person that eventually comes out as the Joker?
Blah.
And this proto-Joker dies at the end of the movie?
I've lost interest.
I'm just guessing. I'm spitballing ideas here.
This sounds bad.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to the theater to see this movie, but I am going to see this movie. If for no other reason than to go why every 5 minutes. But why?
Yeah. Same level of interest as Aquaman for me.
Oh, you would like Aquaman.
I don't think he would.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it, but I have a feeling that that's not what Cheapy wants.
Howard Stern said he liked it, and he likes a lot of bad movies.
If you ever want to come to my house and sit on my couch, I can order us a nice pizza from Saverio's, the #1 rated pizza place on Long Island.
Oh.
And we could eat some
Are they
Saverio's
sponsoring
pizza
this episode
and
now?
watch Aquaman. They are. Saverio's Pizza. I wish, by the way, they could pay me in pizza. And you can
That
watch
would be the offer, I'm thinking.
we'd be okay with that. You could have some too. Shipwreck, you have to wait until you're in town.
How many listeners do you have in Massapequa?
8. We'll give you 1 pizza.
0.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the guy behind you.
Mm-hmm.
The guy behind you.
That's right. There's a guy there's a house behind me.
Yeah. It's his family.
Yep. So you should come by and we'll watch.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's
not
going
gonna
to happen.
It's not
No,
gonna
He's going to
happen.
come over
No,
and sit on your couch for
never.
3.5 hours of Aquaman.
I'm worried about the 3 hours of Avengers.
I know, but you bought your tickets.
I did, and you have to thank you. I think the internet thanks you. I feel like you were one of the first people to tweet about it.
I tweeted about it before it was officially announced.
You did. You
Yes.
tweeted about it, I want to say like 8 a.m. or 8:30 or something, because my family was out of the house already, and I was like already thinking about these tickets. And I'm going Sunday.
Yeah, I need to thank my wife because she was the one who texted me and said, "Hey, didn't you say that Endgame tickets were supposed to go on sale today? Have you looked yet?"
Let's
And
all thank your wife.
Yeah, and I was on the train, and I'm like, I haven't checked yet, but I might as well. And I went, and yeah, you could buy tickets, and no one had bought any tickets yet, so we are going to the Thursday night show
Woo, woo.
as a family
Yeah.
because there's no school that week that game comes out. So that movie comes out, so I don't have to worry about the kids sleeping in the next day.
Sorry, I just keep making noises for some reason.
That's okay, because we're all excited for that.
I think I am, but I'm worried about the length.
I bet it'll go by quickly.
Maybe.
There's a lot of
What about the
characters. You're not going to get bored by seeing the same characters for too long.
Right. And I'm going to have a lot of popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be delicious.
It'll be fun. You'll enjoy. I think you'll enjoy the Avengers movie.
Yeah, I think we have the best seats in the theater.
Yeah, I got
Thanks to
our
Mrs.
best-
Wombat.
Yes. Yep. That's the best thing about, the modern age of reserve seating in movie theaters. I bought my tickets early and I know where I'm sitting, so I don't have to worry about that. We can just show up. We're going to go, we're already looking online because the kids want to go in pajamas because we're going to it's an evening showing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 6:30. It's still evening-ish, but it won't be over until like 10. So oh yeah, you guys can wear pajamas. So we got to
Who's going to take the kids to the bathroom in the middle of the movie?
the person that isn't me.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, that's already decided.
You had that talk already?
Because I'm a big man, baby.
No. I thought about it too. Because Ty usually goes to the bathroom in the middle of the movie, but he just goes
I'm
by
like,
himself.
nope.
He's good by himself. He knows where it is at this point.
Yeah, no, Sabrina would probably just go by herself, but the boy probably not.
I will tell him that he has the option of wearing a diaper if he likes.
Nice. So I think we have to get Elliot some new Iron Man pajamas.
Sweet.
Sabrina's going to want some Captain Marvel pajamas.
Exciting times we're living in.
I know.
Movies gonna make $2 billion.
I think it already did.
It's crazy.
Craziness.
Oh, by the way, while we're talking about buying movies and stuff, remember that movie plan
Yes.
I talked about? Cinemia?
Is it gone?
It's not gone, but they did the thing that they do that they've been doing to people that people are complaining about, where they've asked me for an ID verification before I can buy any more tickets, which means I have to upload a picture of my driver's license and a picture of me holding my driver's license.
Huh. Okay.
And I wonder how long that lasts for. Actually, I should log in right now and see if they've...
Does it have to be a different
taken care of my
picture
shit
each
yet.
time, or is that just... Do you have to do it every time you buy tickets?
No, it's
Oh,
just
okay.
one time. Oh, I mean, hopefully. This is one of the things that people have complained about Cinemia. They've just started doing this recently. And the idea is they're just trying to stop people from buying tickets because they're running out of money. So they got to like try to pump the brakes a little or slam on the brakes, maybe. At least I can't decide what they're doing. So yeah, I got hit with that. So I wound up actually buying the tickets with real money.
Yeah, I bought my tickets too. They're crazy expensive.
Yeah, I didn't like spending real money on that.
Me
but
neither. I did
like
not
not
like it
thinking
either.
about it after I did it.
Yeah. And me too. But you know what? I was like, okay, if I don't do this right now, I'm not getting these seats at this time.
Right. Exactly.
And then it's like it's like a special thing.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Let's all give money to Disney. Let's give all the money. They need it. All right, let's I think we're ready for new releases.
Fantastic. Who's ready for some $40 Assassin's Creed 3 remastered?
That's the America one.
That's the America one. $40.
Yeah, I'm
Assassin's
good.
Creed 3.
I'm good.
How
I don't
long
need-
does that stay at that price?
I
2 seconds.
paid $15 less for Origins with
Mhm.
all the additional content.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the most expensive Assassin's Creed going currently.
Sorry, I'm choking and I have no water. Ooh, I have hiccups now and no water. Oh no!
Oh, damn you, Assassin's Creed 3 remastered.
Look what you did to me. I can't even talk.
Why don't you can get water if you want. We can like
I know. I'll be back in 2 seconds. You guys talk about other games.
We'll talk about Assassin's Creed 3 remastered some more, because that's what everybody wants to hear about. It's just such a weird thing. Like that price point is just absurd.
Is it any less absurd than them putting out the latest version and then it becoming, $25 or whatever Wombat said he paid for it? How many months after it came out? It only came out in November?
Yeah, but
Right?
they get the Christmas money's
Sure,
in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I mean,
This one they're getting beginning of April, spring break monies.
What are we talking about?
Assassin's Creed 3 remastered.
Still?
the next 20 minutes at least.
We're stretching it out here, Wombat. There's not a lot of new releases this week besides Assassin's Creed 3 remastered.
I've been playing one of the new releases this week.
We got Assassin's Creed 3 remastered.
I did not. On the Xbox One with my Game Pass subscription, I've been playing Operencia, The Stolen Sun, which is a grid-based first-person dungeon crawler RPG from Zen, the makers of Zen Pinball, and it's really good.
Wow.
First of all, Shipwreck, I think it's right up your alley, and I'm shocked you haven't started it yet, or have you?
I have not yet.
You need to. I think you'll really like it.
Okay.
It's not co-op, so you can't play it with your wife, but I know you have Game Pass, so you already technically own this game or paid for it, so you might as well play it. But it's really good. It's it's definitely a throwback to that style of game with wizardry, I think is the
Played a lot of wizardry in my time.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, this game is perfect for both of you. I can't believe I'm the one playing it, and I've sunk like 8 hours into it.
Huh.
It's really good. I mean, it's
Okay.
fairly simple. You're just, like I said, it's that grid-based first-person thing, going down hallways, turning left, turning right, you know, there's more to it than that. It has like a nice shiny coat of paint on it, but you know, but that's basically all it is. You see a skeleton, and then you're in a turn-based thing where you're fighting a skeleton, and you're choosing which spell you're going to use and whatever.
Oh, good reviews too.
Yeah,
on Metacritic.
It's really it's really well made. It's really well done. The puzzles are I was gonna say surprisingly smart, but they're good little puzzles to do. The interaction between your characters and your party is also amusing. Like it's not what they say is kind of funny. Particularly your character, like the first level of the game, you're in a dungeon in a castle and you come across the first member of your party and it's just you and this guy and you've just met and you're having, just banter the whole time. And it's pretty funny. It's worth checking out, especially if you have Game Pass. Cause like I said, if you have Game Pass, you already paid for it. So why not play a brand new game? And yeah, and it's really well made. And go for it. Play it. Play Operencia. I was playing it before we recorded tonight. That's how much I like this game.
Cool. I'll check it out.
Sweet.
Yeah. I think both of you are going to like it a lot. And I want you both to be playing it so we could talk about a game that we're all playing.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. So start it tonight. Back
to my roots.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're going to play it and go, I can't believe I wasn't playing this game. This is everything. It's the perfect combination of something that you're familiar with and yet something brand new at the same time.
It's got color graphics, you say?
Yeah, it does. It has color.
Huh.
It's in color and everything.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. All right. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. And yeah, I just started the middle of the third world today. I unlocked the 5th character for your party. It's exciting.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Yep.
Sounds good. I will check it out if I ever finish Farm Together.
No, dude, take a break from the farming.
I'm so close to getting done with it. I'm so close.
How can you be done? How do you know when you're done?
Well,
your wife leaves you.
Right. No, she's playing it. She's not as far along as I am because I have 2 farms going and she only has 1. You fill up. Like you buy all of the lots of land for your farm. That's the last achievement I have to get, and then my farm will be full.
Wow.
Cool.
And your life will be full.
I will be complete. I will have farmed it all together.
Wow. You did it.
Yeah.
Together.
It's a good game. I'm not gonna lie. Yoshi's Crafted World came out for Switch. That's an actual Switch game. Like one that they went out and they made a game specifically for this console, and then they released it.
I don't understand what you mean.
Right.
Probably cost them very little money.
Yeah, but does it have the same production budget as She Remembered Caterpillars?
That looks all right too. Actually, She Remembered Caterpillars. I've gotten a lot of PR emails about that one. It looks pretty. That's pretty all right. But
Yoshi has an 80 Metacritic.
Yeah, it's good.
As you're wondering.
But what is the Metacritic for Operencia: The Stolen Son?
Yeah. And there's an ad for Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm. I asked you a question. You just said yes.
80. No, I said before. I told you it was. I think I said it. 82. Either I looked at it and didn't say it, or I said it. One of those two things, for sure. I definitely looked at it. Though.
I remember you saying you looked at it.
I believe you, but you didn't tell us what it was.
Well, I like to keep some things to myself. All right, what else we got?
I will check out Yoshi's Crafted World, but I'm going to wait until I can get a little bit on sale.
Right.
What else? Good question. Excellent question.
Hey, 82 for Operencia. Look at that.
Fun Animal Park for the Switch.
That sounds fun.
It does. That seems like it's probably got some animals in it and fun. What is Event Horizon?
It's a movie with Lawrence Fishburne.
Is that are they doing that now? Are they releasing movies for $3 on the Switch?
Yeah, it's a big deal. Highly anticipated.
Stop lying.
No, Lawrence Fishburne was in it. Let's see. Event Horizon Switch. I mean, it's very easy to find the answers. Here it is. Oh, it is. It looks like the movie.
Did they finally get a movie tie-in for Event Horizon?
It's a spaceship game. Okay, maybe it doesn't look like the movie. It has spaceships.
That doesn't surprise me. I want to know who's paying $8 for Gain Ground in 2019.
I guess if you're collecting all of the Sega Ages digital games.
I guess, but I mean, it's in the Sega collection.
That's not on our outline either. What did you guys think about the Sega Mini that got announced?
I mean, I'm not against it. If it's
80 bones? Or you're not against 80 bones?
I'm not against it. It's a lot. That is a lot.
They haven't announced all the games though yet.
No, but it's the
Right?
same 40 games as always.
Oh.
Come on, there's not going to be that many surprises.
I don't know. Is it
going to
have
games?
It's gonna have 3 Shinobis on it, or just one or 2?
It'll have not quite all the Sonic games on it, probably.
Is it gonna have Sword of Vermilion on it?
Probably not. Maybe.
Is it gonna have Elemental Defender or Mystic Defender? That's what it was called.
Mystic Defender, yeah.
Mystic Defender.
I don't
Mystic
know.
Defender is a good ass game, and that has not been on any of those things.
I'm going to guess it's going to be all the same games that have been on all of these things that release yearly.
It's probably a good guess.
But
Is it gonna have Chuck and the Forever Man?
maybe, probably
Eternal
not.
Warriors? I haven't
Yeah.
seen Eternal Warriors on any of those yet.
Eternal Warriors or Eternal Champions?
Eternal Champions. I'm getting all my games wrong by like a word.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
So don't. I'm old.
No, it'll be in that perfect balance of everybody's happy but pissed off at the same time on the selection of games. Because
I would like to play Mystic Defender again. I'm not gonna lie.
okay, you could do that right now.
Can I though?
Sure, I'm sure you can play Mystic Defender somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a hard time with this one for $80 for something.
$80
is a big
is a
Genesis
lot.
guy.
I don't know if I want it for 80.
And I understand that this isn't at games anymore. Like Sega's actually letting M2 do the hardware design. So it should be good. It's got to be better than what Ad Games was putting out.
I haven't seen Forgotten Worlds on a lot of these either.
I think those might have been on some of them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Or they could have just been on my shelf over there next to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been a lot of Genesis like retro
Herzog
stuff out
Zwei
lately.
I haven't seen on any of these either.
Well, yeah. Now that's one that's a very expensive game, so but it's still
I
very
had
hard
that
to get
game
upset.
and I don't know whatever happened to it.
You'd be a rich man right now on that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. I don't even want to know how much it's worth.
I don't know. I would guess somewhere around $300 or $400.
Yeah, that makes me angry.
I haven't looked it up in a little while, but I know it escalated.
That's okay. I'll survive.
Yes.
So, yeah. No, it's not that. It went down in price significantly. Wow, this went way down. Now it's only like $80 to $100 now. So.
See, I feel better.
Yep. Good job.
Good job, Internet.
Factory new though, but open. It's $300 on there.
That's okay. Mine would not have been factory new. It would have been well used. I enjoyed that game.
So that's a future new release of old stuff.
Yes. More new old things coming our way.
Constantly. It's just you can't go a week without something being announced that's old.
Yep. It's kind of annoying.
And speaking of which, did you see the leaks from Best Buy about the Switch leaks?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. More Legend of Zelda remasters? Is that what we're getting?
We're getting A Link to the Past.
Yep.
If all this is true, which probably is. We're getting Link to the Past, we're getting the Metroid Prime trilogy, and we're getting Persona 5. So, Switch is getting some more old games.
Woohoo!
I mean, they're not bad games, but yeah.
No, every one of those games is good.
Yep.
On the
Are they
Switch.
getting Borderlands 3?
Did you say Borderlands 1?
3.
No. You can buy... I don't even know if you can buy Borderlands 1 for Switch. Is that a thing?
Probably not.
Maybe. Could be.
Didn't that come out today? The Borderlands
the
one?
The Borderlands 1 remaster came out today for $30.
Yeah, but you're not getting that.
No.
No Borderlands on Switch.
Yeah.
I'm debating getting that Handsome Jack collection for $15.
You don't have that?
I never play. I no, I don't have it. I've never played it.
You've never played what? You've never.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming to Switch.
I never played the whatever that not Borderlands
the
3,
pre-sequel.
Borderlands. Yeah, whatever. I never played that.
Okay.
And I never finished Borderlands 2.
What?
So for $15, for $15 with the upgraded everything
you
now,
can start from the beginning.
Tempted. Yeah,
and never finish it again.
Maybe, but I would have a lot of Borderlands.
Like I finished that game with so many people online.
I don't know. You never offered to play with me because you don't like me.
I'm sure I
understand.
played that game with you some.
I'm sure you did. But I know that you and I finished Borderlands 1 together, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, $15 for that is
good.
good.
So young.
That's a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a good price.
Game.
I know. It's on sale on every console digitally now, too, for that price. I'm like,
Aren't you just better off waiting for the new one?
That way you
How
don't
much
get
Borderlands
that way
do
you don't
need?
get burned out before.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, do I get this now for $15?
No,
play the crap out of it, get Borderland burnt out, and then when Borderlands 3 is only $30, I could buy that when it's on sale.
Because nobody wants to hear you on the show talk about Borderlands Handsome Jack.
I don't know about that.
Well, somebody might.
I'm sure a lot of people do.
Define a lot of people.
Everyone.
That's everyone. All right, is that it for new releases?
Oh yeah, I think we're kind of out of new releases now.
We've been past that now. We're sort of in a Wombat's awesome Apex Assault.
Okay, well, before we do that,
before
there's no Switch Game or Not, but there is Hit Game or Not is on Kickstarter right now. So remember that card game that you played?
Yes, it's a good card game.
It's called Hit Game or Not now, and it's on Kickstarter. You can just Google that, and you'll find it. And it's a lot of fun. We played it.
It's a lot of fun not to be sued.
Yes, it's the way to go for sure.
Yeah.
You check out the Kickstarter because the game exists already. You don't have to worry about not getting the game. We've had not the version that you're going to get, but close to it. So these guys obviously know how to put together a game. Oh, and they've added some things to it, Wombat, since our version.
Cool.
There's some challenges that they've added. So, such as use at least 5 words to make your game title and things like that. You get extra points and stuff. So, check it out. Just Google Hit Game or Not Kickstarter. Find it. Got to support people who get good ideas from listening to our show, Wombat. Doesn't happen often.
No, I haven't had a good idea since we started doing this show about anything.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. That's how I wound up with 2 children.
All right. Now it's time for news, multi-platforming, and Wombat's awesome Apex Assault.
Boo-boo!
I haven't played that much Apex lately. It's
That's because you feel burned by the season pass. Or whatever
it's true. The battle pass, and also
battle
I
pass
just
made you feel bad, and now you don't want to play it anymore. You should just buy the Handsome Jack collection for $15.
No,
actually,
I'm not doing
no.
that.
You should play Operencia, and it'll make you feel better because that's something that you're not going to have to spend any extra money on because there is nothing to spend any extra money on, and it's going to be like the kind of relaxing, enjoyable experience that you're looking for.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there was an Apex update that wiped players' progress
Yes.
by accident. I haven't logged in since.
Mm.
It wouldn't matter much.
Nope.
So the big news this week, the huge news this week was the BioWare Anthem story that was on Kotaku, written by Jason Schreier.
Jason Schreier. Yes.
That's how you say his last name. And boy, what a bombshell. He got in touch with, I think, 19 different people who were very familiar with the production of Anthem and with EA, and put together this huge article of basically just anecdotes from these people talking about just the mismanagement of the game production. And to the point where when I was reading this on the train when I was going to the city, and I said, oh my God, like 3 times while reading this out loud. People must have thought, I don't know what people thought, but did you guys check this out? I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah, I read it.
If you read Jason's book, it's not that surprising, but yet
no, it mirrors a lot of what's in there.
It's just the scale of it, I think. But even still, there were some EA titles in there that had some trouble. But
yeah, I mean, the main thing, like the main takeaway I took was that EA made the big bet on Frostbite years and years ago, and it's still causing them a lot of heartburn throughout their development.
Definitely.
So every cent they saved by not licensing a third-party engine and third-party tools, they're reaping the benefits of that from all this development that stretches out for years and years and produces products that are not universally acclaimed, I would say.
Yeah, when you read Jason's book, it's just again and again the developer. I mean, the message is clear. The engine and the tools for creating in that engine are pretty much the most important thing for successful game development. Because if that's broken, the whole game development process is going to be broken. And yeah, that seems to happen surprisingly a lot in big budget games. But man, that was just a crazy article, and
a lot of what he said was also very similar to articles about the Mass Effect Andromeda. It might have been Jason who wrote a very similar article, shortly after that game came out too. It's almost the same thing.
It's embarrassing for the executives. I mean,
it's
really
embarrassing for BioWare for sure.
I mean, not for the developers, but for the executives, for the high-level people, because you read the article and these are all high-level decisions that are screwing up the development. Right, Chip? I mean, is that...
They are. At the same time, I always you're never going to get the high-level executives side of the story on any of these either, though.
Right.
So there's always a reason besides the high-level executives not knowing what they're doing.
Which could very well be part of it.
Right. That's part of it, but they're making decisions or trying to make decisions in what they think is going to make the best game as well. So
of course, and no one's looking to make a
trying
shitty
to make
game.
Anthem crappy. Right.
But it's amazing. Like, one of the things that was amazing in the article, flying, they weren't sure if flying was going to be a big part of the game or even in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what? And the demo that they made for the head of the I don't know, who's
EA,
this?
the CEO of EA.
Yeah, Soderlund was just, it's nothing to do with reality. It's just that they made a demo from scratch. It wasn't made with the game. It doesn't resemble the game in any way. And they said sort of EA demos are just not. It's not like a slice of the game is pulled out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You said EA demos.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
E3 demos.
E3 demos.
Yeah, it's not a slice of the
EA
game.
demos. But do you think this is really unique to just EA or?
No,
no.
It's somewhat unique to EA because they went with this in-house engine for everything.
Well, I was going to say, what does Ubisoft seems to be able to churn out quality games at a really high rate, surprisingly high. They may not be games that I want to play all the time, but people really seem to like The Division 2. The last Assassin's Creed we all think is excellent. Ghost Recon, even Rainbow Six. these are all games that have been able to, are they using the same engine? Do they have their own proprietary engine? Are they licensing an engine? How is it working for someone like them where EA, who is equal in size, if not larger, isn't able to make that work?
They use an engine called Snowdrop for some games.
I think they use different engines for different games, and they're not all internal Ubisoft engines.
And it's weird. The games that use Snowdrop, okay, The Division and The Division 2, so it's recent. But Starlink Battle for Atlas, South Park, The Fractured Butthole, Mario and Rabbids. That seems it. That's it, according to the Wikipedia.
I'm just curious. I mean, again, if someone is having success in that sort of infrastructure way, and you're not, to me, it just makes sense to be like, well, what is working for them and how are they able to make it work? What is Activision using for Call of Duty and Destiny? Is it all in-house? Is it two separate engines for them? Who built those engines? Who could we steal from one of these companies to bring to our company to help us develop our own internal engine? Because that also might be cheaper than licensing. I feel like there's a better answer than we built this engine X years ago and now everyone still has to use it because, I don't know, because.
Well, that was the company decision at that time. That was the best engine they had.
I understand that.
And so they decided
it's the best. I understand that it's the best engine that they had, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the way they had to go.
No, but it's the way they did go. Like, you can't go back and say that was a bad choice when they did it.
Well, they did it for
If the engine was good, it would have been a good choice.
It cut out so much cost of having to go develop all these engines across all your different teams.
But it's based on reading that article, it seemed like they knew it was a bad idea from the beginning.
Well, that's because the article was written in 2019. And you're getting input from developers, not the high-level executives that were making the decision based on dollars.
I guess.
Speaking of executives, you saw that they put out a response to the article before the article even came out.
Well, that's because
because
Jason Schreier sent them bullet points before the article came out. Yeah,
I'm sure that's the responsible thing to do. But and their response was like, we don't look to knock people down. Which
again, like that was the two sentences out of their response that people picked up on. The rest of their response was very well worded and it was fine. It was just the two sentences that specifically referenced the article and the areas of the article that were calling out people by name.
You either did something, I think if you had your name mentioned in the article, it must have been demonstrably true that happened. Like, so-and-so took a demo of the game. It probably happened.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that either. It's just, it's an odd position in that I understand that video games are art and the developers are talented people and we want them to be paid money and be treated well and everything. But at the same time, they are employees of a company and they're getting paid to make the games. And then you're going behind the company's back to do this type of stuff. So it's a really weird line to balance there.
But you have to understand, they're whistleblowers in a way. I mean, this is a public company. I think shareholders would want to know if the management is inept. I mean, this is not enough.
How's the money going for the shareholders though?
Well, EA's been doing pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
As an EA shareholder, I think it's been doing all right. But most stocks have been doing all right. Not GameStop, maybe.
Maybe not.
Ouch.
I hear you, Ship. You're not wrong.
I really like the article. I really like the article. Yep. I like the insights. I like the way that Jason put it together. It's just not the complete.
Of course.
It's not the complete story, and it doesn't tell why the decisions were made the way they were. And all of these people got paid to to make these
and
games.
and had mental breakdowns. Some of them.
Yeah, that was
disturbing.
That was disturbing, but I don't understand what that like. That part of the article I'd like to know more about, because that's that's the area. Is like, wait, what does that mean?
Well, think about it, Chip. If you're working on a big project, okay, and it's consuming your life, basically, more or less.
I've been
more
there.
or less, but you're not really sure what the project is. And to the point where, like, someone said to you, like in your line of work, okay, we're making some sort of like military vehicle. We're not sure if it should fly or not. And you're working on it like 12 hours a day.
No, I get the frustration.
I mean, you'd be like, poo poo, poo poo, what? And I agree. I totally agree with what you're saying about, they're throwing the executives under the bus, but God damn. I mean, I'm glad.
That's their job too, though. Executives are there to get.
Yep, they're accountable. There's a reason why they're making a lot of money, and it's
right. Exactly.
It's not going to be all sunshine and roses. And like you mentioned when we were discussing the article, I just wanted to say that I like Jason's style and how he doesn't really editorialize a lot. It's just here's what these guys said to me, and
he doesn't do that in the articles, but like on Twitter, he definitely gives his opinion there, which I think is the right way.
I was going to say, it's his Twitter. He can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's he's handling it exactly like as a professional would.
And how uncomfortable for Jason when he goes to gaming events and there are these guys around. I mean, it's not that big of an industry. You go to E3, you're going to run in the people who you don't want to run into. Are you guaranteed you're going to run into them? I mean. But he's doing good work. You can't, I mean, it's controversial, but
good work.
It's good work. I'm glad. I mean, we've learned a lot about the video game industry through people like Jason. I mean, things that we really didn't know. It's amazing. And like I said before when I read his book, like it's amazing these games get made. It's fucking amazing. They come out, you read these things and you're like, wow, a game comes out at the end somehow.
And all of them are actually pretty okay.
Right.
Like everything that comes out is like, all right, this is a playable video game.
That's why you only see these articles come out about the games that do badly. Although I guess not necessarily, Red Dead Redemption 2 had an article also. About those conditions, and that game came out well, but
did it?
I mean, it came out well in the sense that people bought it and it made a lot of money. And when I criticized it online, I got like 300 people telling me why I was an idiot. So yeah,
I think you could criticize it right now and you'd get crickets.
Yeah, because I was right, but that doesn't matter. I criticized it at the time.
Right, as the only person who finished it. Only I am allowed to criticize
on the earth.
On the earth.
You know what it needs? It needs an easy mode.
No. It probably had one, didn't it?
I don't know. I don't care either.
Right. What a dumb discussion.
I can't believe people are still talking about that online too.
Yeah, I hope everything gets better for everyone involved over at EA.
Especially me, the stockholder.
Right. That's primarily what I meant.
Yeah, I was telling the story to Mrs. Cheapy. I was giving her the summary of the article. I just couldn't believe it. Wow.
Yeah. But some of the article, like, it made perfect sense. Like, where they were complaining that they weren't getting the resources they needed on Frostbite, like the expert advice.
Yeah.
And it's like, because those resources were being focused on FIFA.
Right.
And it's like,
that's what they needed.
Yes, exactly. If I'm in charge of EA, I'm going, FIFA, anybody, if FIFA comes with a problem, that is your number one priority.
Right. We're going to make $1 billion in microtransactions.
Correct.
On this game.
Like,
I think we can move the team over.
Yeah. That is 100% the right move at EA. If you are like making decisions at EA, that is a no-brainer there. Sucks
but
if you're working on Anthem.
Yeah, if you're working on Anthem and you don't have what you need, do they push back that release date? Or I guess but that was the other issue, is that they refused to do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's the risk involved. Like, there's risks that you're willing to take when you're in the business world. It's Thank you, Lou Dobbs. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you see these articles and people that, like, they get all upset about it, and they don't think about, like, the business aspects that are involved with these decisions. They just see it as, like,
well, the question is, are they going to lose more money on Anthem than they make? Are they going to lose more money on Anthem than they make?
I don't know.
Depends if they can turn it around. I mean, they're, as we learned in the article, they really basically decided they were going to push it out the door and fix it later. As games as a service, it doesn't seem that unreasonable, but
it's
it was
the lean business model.
Games as a service only works if you have an audience. So if you release a game that's too broken and you lose your audience, then you don't have a game as a service. Yep. You just have a nothing.
It wasn't a good plan. I didn't say it was a good plan, but that was their plan. And in fact, didn't it say that they put out the wrong version of the game? And it had to get patched or something. They put out an old build.
Well, it got like a 50 or 60 gig update like day one.
No, but I thought, maybe the reviewers got the wrong version. Maybe. Someone got the wrong version.
Could have happened.
Anyway, that's enough about Anthem.
This is the version where you couldn't fly.
That was oh my god.
How long until this is on EA Access? That's the real question.
Well, then that's why be where they make the money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They'll make once that's on EA Access, then it might get its audience back. I mean, at least from one console.
It's coming to isn't it coming to PlayStation, or that's just rumored? The EA Access.
Oh, I don't know. I believe you if you say it is. I believe you. I have no reason not to believe you.
Maybe GameStop will sell some used copies of it.
Oh, poor GameStop. They're not selling as many used games anymore. They lost a lot of money last year.
Are they selling a lot of pops?
I hear the collectibles are up by 11% year over year. So collectibles are in, games are out.
The collectibles are up 11%, but they take up 80% of the store.
You know why? Because it's the only thing in the store people are buying.
But I mean, yeah, it's because they have exclusive ones, right?
They have some, yeah. And they actually have decent sales on the collectibles also. So, I don't know. I get it. I get why the collectibles do well, because it's fun. I don't think that's sustainable. I feel like there's a bottom to that'll eventually fall out. But it's better but then again, you could say the same things about the used game market, and they've ridden on that vapor trail for about how long? 15 years now. So
their stock is at their lowest point since 2005. Huh. Well.
Buy now, cheapy. Buy now.
No, I don't buy individual stocks anymore. I bought those stocks a while ago. Yeah. I don't know anything. I shouldn't be.
I mean, some of the stock went down, right? Because they tried to sell and they couldn't as well.
Yeah, and then they lost $837 million in a year.
673 million. Wombat. Come on.
Sorry.
Don't exaggerate.
Sorry. Right. I wasn't looking. I was just doing it based on memory. A 6 and an 8 look very similar.
Yeah, I maybe go into GameStop like once or twice a year. I have no interest in browsing at GameStop.
I like looking at the clearance collectibles. And there's one right by the smoothie place that my kids like. So they'll get smoothies and I'll be like, I'm going to go check out clearance stuff in GameStop and not buy anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I TG that.
Yeah.
They closed one of the stores in Roosevelt Field.
Well, they
had the bigger one.
They had 2 stores in one mall.
Yeah.
They don't need that.
Nope. They kept the smaller one.
Yeah,
in the worst location.
Mm-hmm. With no collectibles. I know, it's terrible. That one's not good. The one near me isn't bad. It's a mostly collectibles one. There's 2 different types of GameStops. There's ones that are supposed to be more games and fewer collectibles, and ones that are supposed to be more collectibles and fewer games. So
more games and less stop.
Yes.
And more stop and less games.
I like more stop than games.
Did I not put anything in the CAG bag?
I guess not. I don't know.
I like this quote from their
remember
COO and CFO from GameStop.
Well, yeah, let's hear it.
So, not all of this is a quote, but I'll start with it. This little section here says GameStop was actually seeing some growth of its own selling digital goods in its stores. And then it said that category was up 16.5%. And then DCU said that was driven by continued strength in digital currency for free-to-play games like Fortnite and by downloadable content. But Sony's recent decision may hurt that going forward. It's like, yep.
Well, they're still going to sell the cards, just they're not
games.
Yeah, they just need to come up with a way so it's just like game, $60 game with the tax included. They have to just, I don't know, because not everybody's got a credit card. It sounds like people are buying these games in store. Must be a reason. That Iron Man VR game is getting really positive previews. I guess there was an event that we weren't invited to, and people liked it. Almost everybody had something good to say about it.
All right.
So get fired up.
Exciting.
I didn't read the previews because I don't want to be spoiled.
Right.
I want to keep it fresh. All right, I think we made it to the end of the show. I don't know if I just didn't find any good CAG bag questions or I forgot to put them on there, but I definitely remember looking through them. All right, well, let's say goodbye to everybody. Follow us on Twitter, @GPD, @NewWombat, @Shipwreck, @VideoGameDeals. And we'll see you next week.
Bread's done.
People who discover that Oscar Mayer smoke-cooked ham has always been only 25 calories a slice find there's always room for a new addition. When some people find out that Oscar Mayer honey ham has always been only 25 calories a slice, they dive right in.